Dino stories with a simple craft. Dino stories will I wear a hat.
I was wondering when we were going to read this one. It is one of my most favorite stories. I just think it is super sweet. Thank you, Miss Jill.
Rory the Dinosaur, me and my dad. This is Rory. And Rory lives on an island with his dad. And he has a lot of energy, sometimes too much. And Rory's dad is really fun. And sometimes he takes Rory fishing or to look for seashells. Rory's dad loves to read, but Rory thinks his dad's books are boring. Well, now Rory's dad needs some quiet time. Everything is quiet, too quiet, but Rory doesn't want to disturb his dad. Maybe I'll go on an adventure all by myself. So, Rory makes his favorite sandwich, peanut butter and chocolate chip, and packs a few of his favorite things. And on his list, he's got shark, toothbrush, yo-yo, and jelly beans. Soon, he's on his way to find an adventure all by himself. I'm running away all by myself. Rory walks and he walks until he gets to a river, but he isn't allowed to swim without his dad. What am I going to do? So Rory looks for a way to cross. And luckily, he notices some rocks he can use as steps. I can cross all by myself. Rory walks some more and he stops when he reaches the jungle. And suddenly he sees a wild pig running right towards him. Rory is scared of wild pigs and he wants to be brave. He lets out a roar. And frightens the pig away. I scared it all by myself. After so much walking, it's time for lunch, but Rory forgot his coconut water. Oh man, Dad usually packs my drink for me. Just as Rory considers skipping lunch, after all, a peanut butter and chocolate chip sandwich just isn't the same without a drink. A coconut falls from the tree above him and breaks in half. I found something to drink all by myself. After lunch, it begins to rain and Rory looks for shelter, but he can't find anything to keep him dry. Suddenly, the rain stops right where he is standing. I found a dry spot all by myself. The storm passes and the sun comes out, and a magnificent rainbow stretches across the sky. Rory loves rainbows, and his dad always helps him find one after a storm. Dad, look, I found a rainbow all by myself. But then Rory remembers his dad isn't there. He's all the way back home. So, Rory decides to run back and get him. Rory tells his dad all about his journey. But I'll wait a while before I leave home again, Rory says. I don't want you to miss me too much. That sounds like a good plan, said Rory's dad. And together they head back to the treehouse and dream of new adventures.
Wow, that really is a sweet story. You know, I'm really having a good time here, but I do miss my family. What story's next?
Harry and the Dinosaurs say, "Rawr!" Mom had her coat on, but Harry was being slow. They were going to see Dr. Drake, the dentist. Harry was only a little bit scared, and that was because of Sam showing him her filling. Harry wanted to take his dinosaurs, but they were hiding all over the place. He called out their names. He said, "Get into the bucket, my Stegosaurus." And out came Stegosaurus from hiding under the pillow. He said, "Get into my bucket, my Triceratops." And out came Triceratops from inside the drawer. And one by one, Apatosaurus and Solidosaurus and Ankylosaurus, they all came out of their hiding places and they jumped into the bucket. All except Tyrannosaurus. He didn't want to go because he had a lot of teeth. He thought Dr. Drake might do drilling on them. Harry said, "Don't worry, because when we get there, I will press a magic button on my bucket, and that will make you grow big." In the waiting room, the nurse said, "Hello, Harry. Are you a good boy?" And Harry said, "Well, I am, but my dinosaurs bite." And then Dr. Drake called, "Next, please." The nurse took Harry into Dr. Drake's room, and Harry wasn't sure about the big chair. He thought that maybe that was where Dr. Drake did the drilling. "Come and have a ride in my chair," said Dr. Drake. "It goes up and down." Harry didn't want to ride. "Would one of your dinosaurs like a turn?" asked Dr. Drake. Harry put Tyrannosaurus on the chair, and he whispered to him not to worry. And then he pressed the magic button, and Tyrannosaurus grew very big. "Open wide," said Dr. Drake. And then he turned around and... "Roar!" said Tyrannosaurus. "Help!" cried Dr. Drake, hiding behind the door. "Harry, what shall I do?" Harry pressed the magic button, and Tyrannosaurus went right back to being bucket size. Harry felt safer now about getting into the chair, and so he climbed in with his bucket, and then Harry and his dinosaurs all had a ride together. They opened their mouths wide for Dr. Drake, and they all went, "Roar!" And Dr. Drake said, "What a lot of teeth. Will they bite me?" And Harry said, "They only bite drills." "Well, you're all good brushers," said Dr. Drake. "So, no drills today, only a look and a rinse." All of the dinosaurs liked writing, and they liked rinsing. "Another bucket of mouthwash, Joan," called Dr. Drake. Going home, Mom let Harry choose a book from the library from being so good. "Let's have a shark book," said Harry. "Roar!" said the dinosaurs. "Sharp teeth! We like sharks!" And that is the end.
That was good too, but that one made me miss my mom. I do have to go to the dentist next week. Oh man.
I thought Dr. Dre was a rapper. Wasn't he the dentist in that story?
Dr. Dre is a rapper, but the dentist in that story was Dr. Drake.
Oh, okay. Maybe I need to go to the doctor too, to have the wax cleaned out of my ears. Do you think it's time for us to go home?
Maybe it is. Do you remember a couple weeks ago when Miss Jill had that phone call? Actually, that was my cousin Charlie. He was inviting me to a dinosaur birthday party.
Maybe we can come back for another visit in the fall. It sure was a good time. But you know what? Let's make that cloud dough before we go.
If I was a dinosaur, which one would I be? Which one? Of all the great big dinosaurs, which one would be me? Which one would be me? If I was Brontosaurus. Brontosaurus? I'd eat leaves all day. Or Gigantosaurus. I'd be too big to play. If I was a dinosaur, which one would I be? Which one? Of all the great big dinosaurs, which one?
Okay, I am super. Hey guys, you need to move over just a little bit. There we go. Okay, and you need to just. There we go. Good, good, good. Okay, so I am super excited because we're gonna try cloud dough. I have never made cloud dough before. Maybe you have. Maybe you've made another version of Play-Doh at home. But I've not done this one, so I'm super excited, and it's really easy. And I have this is just a piece of parchment paper or wax paper. And I've gone ahead and I've written down the ingredients. And for most people, they'll have these ingredients at home. Cornstarch, conditioner, hair conditioner or lotion, and food coloring. And so I showed you earlier, this is my conditioner. I'm gonna sneeze, Excuse me. Yeah, this is my conditioner. In fact, I took 2 different bottles. I was trying to use up 2 different bottles of conditioner. And I've actually cut the recipe in half. So I just put in 1 cup of cornstarch and a half a cup of conditioner. Because I don't want it to be too expensive. So what I did was I went ahead, and if you see here, it's kind of hard to see the white on white. Here is my cornstarch. And what we know about cornstarch is it's super fluffy. And I think that's why why we call it cloud dough. Oh, I know what the other thing was. I showed it at the beginning. You do need to have, there we go. You do need to have, well, you don't have to. You do, if you want to, you can use food coloring. So I have food coloring at home, and I chose the blue one. All right, so, here is my conditioner. And again, I think you can use conditioner or lotion. And I've never done this before. And I've got my spatula. And I'm gonna go ahead and, it's super light. It's like you hardly have to stir it. Okay, I wonder if I should go ahead. I think I'm gonna go ahead. I've got it a little bit mixed up. There we go. And I'm going to put in some food coloring. Okay. Always important to put the cap back on the food coloring before you do anything else. Let's see if this is going to work. I have a feeling that I'm going to put my hand in here pretty soon. Oh, wow. Oh, I think it's going to work. Okay, I'm going to go ahead. It feels absolutely fantastic. And I have to say, depending upon whether or not you use conditioner or lotion, it smells really good too. Oh, wow. Okay. I've got to be honest and say that this is super, no, it's going to work. It's going to say, I'm not sure it might be too slippery. No, I think it's going to work. I think this is going to work. So you might want to play around a little bit with the ingredients. I'm impressed. I am impressed. I'm just trying to get up the stuff at the bottom. But the reason I was thinking about cloud dough, first of all, I just like squishy things. It's fun to play with squishy things. But the other reason is, if you don't have Play-Doh at home, and you might not, I think this is a good alternative. I have absolutely no idea how long it would last. I would imagine that you would need to put it in some kind of plastic container. But it's pretty nice. And what I was thinking, what made me think of making dough is that one dinosaur craft that usually comes up is making a fossil. And so I was thinking cloud dough might be a really nice idea if you want to make a fossil print. So you might have something at home that you could, in fact, I'm going to divide it in half. And I'm going to squish it down. And what I was thinking was, if you wanted to make your own dinosaur prints, then you could do that. Or anything. Any kind of fossil you want to make. Well, you know what? This has worked. And I am super excited. So again, there are ingredients. It was cornstarch, and it was lotion or conditioner. I wish you could smell this. It smells so good. I have no idea what brand this is. But I think cloud dough might be my new fun go-to thing. Again, I don't know how long it'll last. It might just be a one-time thing. But why don't, if you make some, send me a picture and maybe you can make a fossil. All right. Well, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to turn the camera off because I do have quite a bit of goo on my hands. But that was a lot of fun. Go for cloud dough.
That was a great final craft. What a great time we had with Miss Jill. And thank you, friends, for watching with us.
Indeed, it was a dino-rific time. Thanks to all of you, dinosaur dudes and chickies, and you, Miss Jill, an honorary dinosaur for sure.
Stay cool, dino friends. We love you.